in my life.
All right, we're back live in Newtown Square, Ronneman Golf Club. Sean Brace is the PGA Championship merch store.
I'm in heaven, Johnny.
Yep.
I'm in heaven. I'll be out here next weekend.
Open until 6 today, 6 tomorrow, 9 to 6 tomorrow, 9 to 6 on Sunday. Pick up your official PGA Championship merch early. So, Sean, you're beating the crowds. Mm-hmm. This place is 50,000 square feet, so there's, I didn't even see the end of it. You have been walking around. You go out and walk around during the breaks. I just saw the starting point. We're like, like maybe a third into the store?
That is correct. They have, the women's section, the accessory section where we're at right now, and then obviously the men's section. As soon as you walk in, live DJ cutting it up, DJ Mikey. They imported him in from Portland, I want to say. Oregon, not Maine either.
He was playing a lot of the hits I like.
Yeah, he was playing some yacht rock with a house beat.
He played Bobby Brown, the Ghostbusters 2 song.
Yes.
I was in here doing the Running Man.
He was crushing it at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I kind of wish they just left that music on and we just listened to it.
So does this girl over here at the Maui Gym stand.
Yeah. I mean, couldn't we just have that as a backdrop and then we just kind of talk to Bobby Brown and some of your favorite hits from the 80s?
And we go up and talk to some people, checking out some shirts. I'll tell you what, they got a cool bar stool section. Shout out to those guys. They've been doing really good work in the golf world. Jason Kelsey has a section over here, Underdog. How about that?
He has his own merch?
Own merch, yeah. He does it all.
I know he does.
Yeah,
He's very, very intelligent.
Yep.
As is our next guest, very intelligent, Russ Joy of Snow the Goalie. Joins us right now, and the Russ Joy Show. I don't know if you've caught the Russ Joy Show. He's been doing very well on Instagram. He puts his take out there, and then you put it on Instagram Reels, and people like it, and they share it. What's up, Russ?
Hello, gents. How are we doing? Are you fired up? Don't answer that. I hope you're having a great day.
Apparently, Sean, the video the Stugotz thing that we did yesterday, I guess Awful Announcing has picked it up. So.
Oh, of course.
Good.
Which it should have.
Right, it should have. I wish I could do it, but the problem is we have blue paint, and it's not explained why we have blue paint. So it just looks like two idiots with blue paint.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
And then I'm talking about the 1,000 flushes, and I look like I got flushed 1,000 times.
I know
What's
Diana
up, Russ?
Rossini. I know Diana. I talked to her. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Cool,
hey,
Stugotz. That's great. Awesome.
Stugotz. She's not banging you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, she's not.
Well,
you may think that she is. She's not.
Do we know that for sure, though?
Yeah,
to be
true.
fair.
Yeah.
And we're not judging. I'm not judging. I mean, I may be judging a little bit. I'm judging a lot. But are we really?
So, just so you know, Russ, we are on the entire intercom of this entire place. So that's why I thought before I said it, and I said, anyway. Yeah, you know what, Russ? I predicted a 4-1 loss last night, and I'm not bragging because what do I really know? But what I knew was the Carolina is just a much better team with much more talent, and the Flyers had their game. It was game 2, and they couldn't finish it off. They couldn't get it going in overtime. So, I mean, I hope they win game 4. That'd be great, but I think everybody realizes kind of that the run is over here. Successful run? Like, you're like, boom, big thumbs up, let's go? Is that how you feel about the season, if indeed the series does end?
You can't get swept. You just can't get swept. If you get swept, it takes a lot of the good sentiment around the Penguin series away. The thing that's frustrating is, you're right, game 2 was their game. Travis Konechny blows it on a breakaway that he absolutely has to do a better job as an $8.75 million a year guy. He's got to be better. He had an opportunity to start off game 3, another golden opportunity, didn't get it done, which stinks. He's a good dude. Well liked. Is essentially the emotional, spiritual leader of the team. But when you're given those opportunities, you've got to get it done. They played arguably their best 15 minutes of the entire postseason last night to start that game. And if you take a look at how they played at the start of that first period, relative to the competition, 15 minutes against Carolina is more impactful than 15 minutes against Pittsburgh. Is it a success of a postseason? Sure. But I think it's important that when people evaluate how the season kind of flamed out, they're ultimately undone by special teams. But I think you also have to look at the entire 6 or so week period between the playoffs and the end of the regular season, because it was like playing in the playoffs for the better part of a month just to qualify in the first place.
I like your opinion, but I guess my biggest question about this is, in your opinion, if the Flyers don't do anything big in the offseason, or like how close is this team to be missing the playoffs than being a perennial team for the next 3 or 4 years?
Well, the Eastern Conference stinks, right? There's parity everywhere, which is part of how the Flyers were able to qualify for the playoffs in the first place. They're going to do something this offseason. There are plenty of centers that are oddly enough going to become available. Austin Matthews, who you may remember from the Olympics, he will be available. Brady Tkachuk, I think, will ultimately be available. Connor McDavid is waxing poetic about how tough the Western Conference is about to get with a bunch of young teams on the come up. Is Connor McDavid going to end up here? No. Would it be cool? Sure. I think that they're going to be involved in a lot of trade negotiations, and I really hope that Danny Briere has the will be family friendly here, the big huevos move, and decides to do an offer sheet. There's a guy, Adam Fantilli, out in Columbus. You offer sheet a guy like that, either get the player, have to give up 4 first-round picks, which you don't care about because you think you're going to be a cup contender, or you poison pill one of your division rivals into eating up a lot of their cap. It's good stuff, guys. It's good business. I'm all about good business.
They need a move, though, Russ. You're right.
Sixers need that poison pill move, too.
They need a move. You can't come back with this. The team's not good enough. They can maybe make the playoffs again. And Russ, you're relying on Vladar to really carry your team and to be the same goalie he was this year, not what he had been previously this year. And maybe he can be that guy. But, yeah, if they do a big move, people are going to get excited. The guys like me that are just like, yeah, go Flyers.
Same.
Then next year, if they start the season, because it's an Eagle season, if they're losing early or they're not exciting early, I lose interest.
Right. To Russ, I just want to bring up a few things. One would be, like what John just said, as far as the Flyers conversation is on the front burner right now. Obviously, they're playing, but I think with these names and the young spirit that they have, and by the way, the positive direction, I think that the Flyers conversation will continue. We'll see what happens next year. That's for a different conversation. But I want to bring it back to Austin Matthews, and I don't want to get too much into the weeds as far as names potentially that they go after. I agree. I think that they're going to strike. They're going to make a big move, a trade this offseason. Austin Matthews in a Flyers uniform would do numbers. With that being said, Russ, I'm curious. We look back at what Briere and Jonesy have done in a short time period. They've earned the trust, right? They've earned the respect, and we should be like, okay, let's see what they have in this upcoming offseason, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I would argue so. The only real miss to this point, and, some would argue it's still, guys still young. Jet Lachenko is a first-round pick. Other than that, you even look at last offseason, Dan Vladar, no one knew what to expect. He ends up becoming one of the best goalies. I think will ultimately have votes for the Vezina as best goalie in the league, right? He's not a finalist, but he'll have votes. Christian Dvorak ends up being one heck of a signing, ends up bringing a lot of versatility to your lineup. That was solid. Trevor Zegras, the move to get Trevor Zegras here. He hasn't exactly had the best series against Carolina. He didn't exactly have a great series against Pittsburgh. But as a guy who can perform for you in a lot of different ways, Zegras was a heck of an addition. You've got to put something into these guys, like having their heads on right. You have to put some trust into this front office. They haven't done enough negative for you to kind of write them off. This is certainly not the same case as, watching Jared McCain put up 18 points in 18 minutes for the Oklahoma City Thunder last night, and then having to look at Daryl Morey and say, oh, yeah, I believe in Daryl. It's a little bit different.
Team. Yeah, they have a deep team, Ross. I don't know if you heard. But you know what?
Oklahoma City? Yeah, swell.
No, Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey said after the trade. He said we have a really deep team. Play it, right?
Yeah, they sold high. They sold high, guys. Don't forget, Daryl Morey sold high. Now, I don't know if he meant he sold while high. I would like to imagine no. Although then again, I'm not judging. I don't know Daryl Morey. Maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't.
Maybe he should start doing that.
Move. Maybe he should. Who knows? Who's to say?
All right. Well, Russ, thank you. I know when you do the Russ Joy show.
I literally just did it. So it's now out on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. I just did it, but it's usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. I don't try to go head-to-head with you guys. I respect you.
Are the Flyers winning? Thank you, Russ. Are the Flyers winning on Saturday, Russ? Please.
It's been a great season, guys. I hope they do. Seriously, I hope they do. You know what would be really great? There's no way to me that this goes past a game 5. I really hope that this team does something to stand up for Dan Vladar in game 4. Don't make him have to play a perfect game. Jump out early on Carolina. Let the guy have one game where he doesn't feel like he has to be perfect. I think that they at the very least, they owe him that for the season that he's put out there for them. That's my hope.
Good stuff.
Well said.
Thanks, Russ. Snow the goalie before and after the games here. Doing a great job with Anthony and crew. Thanks, man. Good to talk to you.
Thanks, guys.
See you at Wegmans, probably on Sunday. There he is. Russ Joy.
You got to make a trip to Wegmans this weekend? I got to go to Costco. I need a Costco run. My fridge is empty.
Yeah, I can't do Costco. I can't.
Are you a BJ's guy? You a Sam's?
No. I need to.
You got 3 kids and you don't buy in bulk?
Because I end up throwing it out.
Huh?
Anytime I buy in bulk, I throw out. What are you going to buy in bulk?
Everything.
But it's also not
boxes of mac and cheese, boxes of pasta, toilet paper, paper towels. I'm trying to think what
You're not getting a better that's the problem with these warehouse clubs. You think you're getting a better price. You're just buying bigger quantity.
No way. You are absolutely saving money. No way.
You're not saving money on me, bro. I'll tell you that. Believe me, I know what things cost at 3 different places: Walmart, Target, and Wegmans. And Giant.
You're the guy to bring on the supermarket sweep.
I toggle. If I'm in Wegmans and I'm unsure of something, I'll go to the Target app and I'll see how much cheaper it is. So you can save 3 for the big family size thing of Dunkin' Donuts, the family size coffee that I brew.
Yep.
It's $3 cheaper at Wegmans than at Target.
Okay.
But at Target, sometimes they'll put it on 20% off or $5 off, and so you just buy a bunch of them.
Smart. You're a smart shopper. You're crafty.
I have a real passion for it. I use the CVS coupons when I get
You're like Sam Hinkie just at the grocery store.
It's not even to save money because then I'll go out and get takeout and stuff.
Sure, yeah, which is the worst thing possible.
It's a sport. Ray doesn't have to do that because he doesn't eat much. He just goes out and drinks beer and eats a hamburger.
And a Hot Pocket in the morning. That's it. That's Ray's breakfast.
That's actually eggs right now in the morning.
There you go.
Yeah, little 2 eggs.
That you make?
Yeah. I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying to get better at the whole breakfast thing. I was doing the big breakfast last week in the lead up to Broad Street, but this week's been bad. I'm not eating really this week.
All right.
Are you in your underwear when you're making the eggs, or are you dressed for work?
I'm shirtless. There's pajama pants on though. Yeah, so everyone can imagine that one out there. Everyone in the PGA store right now.
All right, early prediction. It's not even 11:15. Early prediction on the game tonight. Ray, not knowing if Joel Embiid is going to play. Right? What do we think? Is he playing tonight? Because I said earlier he isn't, or he is, but now I think differently. I don't even know. I really don't know.
They're winning. The lines tell me too much. I hate to be that guy, but no OG, who's been probably their best player this postseason. I mean, I know Brunson obviously is what Brunson is, and they've had trouble with him consistently. But I doubt they're going to play OG Anunoby just because we keep hearing about the risk. Embiid comes back, and I think the Sixers find a way to win this one. I think it's almost how I felt about going into Game 2 before we got the breaking news. Once we got the breaking news that Embiid was out, I was so deflated for that game that I think my energy went with that.
Same.
I think they come back. I think they win one at home. It's hard for me to imagine that by Monday we're not talking about Sixers basketball, at least it's an active sport.
Yeah, you're right about that because the game is Sunday, and I did float that idea out there. That's why we painted ourselves blue yesterday. And you're right about the JoJo really being deflated. It deflated everything because if Joel Embiid played in that game, I would have thought, and that game played out how it did in Game 2, I would have thought that they were winning that game. Because Joel Embiid did not play and the Sixers were so thin, I knew that it was going to happen in the fourth quarter. We all did, that they were going to be gassed. Maxey played the whole first half. He had 1 minute out. You knew he was going to have to play the whole game. And then, in the back of my mind, I'm just saying, yeah, those are going to be tired legs. Those shots are going to be falling short. Defense is going to be struggling. And the Knicks are going to win that game. And it's exactly how it played out. They won by 6, didn't even cover the number.
No.
Tonight, though, Sixers are favored.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Now I have less confidence now than I did an hour ago. Just thinking about it.
So I have, off the record, I'll just say, he wasn't at shoot-around. Sounds like they generally aren't sure.
That's generally they're not.
Someone's trying to dig around a little bit more for us. But I'll tell you what, they don't have a good vibe that Joel Embiid's playing tonight. We'll see.
Okay, well, maybe that changes the way I feel.
That would be deflating. For sure. I mean, I don't. That's the problem. That's the problem with this. Is I don't know. Is Embiid grumpy because he's not playing? Is he where's his head at in this whole thing?
Could be part of it. You know how it always plays out with JoJo. There's a lot more to him than just meets the eye. ultimately, I do believe that ankle is really bothering him. It's a big body, and for him not to be out there after what he did to return after that surgery,
He had to be really
it's got to be
injured.
killing him. It's got to be killing him.
Yeah, to miss game 2, he wasn't even close to playing, which makes you wonder tonight.
Yeah, because he's not ducking business just because they're chanting death to Embiid.
Dude, if anybody thinks that, I don't. That hasn't even crossed my mind. The dude had surgery and came back a couple weeks later and played.
I think what Michael Bradley said is correct. He's bleeding. He was bleeding from those stitches. I'll guarantee it.
I mean, sure. Yeah, I don't. And this is the problem because it's just not about one game. I mean, think about that. We're talking about one game. They have to win 4.
Correct.
Can they do it? Like,
think about what it takes to win a championship.
No, you said it yesterday. Then they gotta play 6 or 7 more games next series. Then they have to have another series of playing 6 or 7 games. Can't even get Embiid 2 games into the series, for crying out loud. All right, 610-632-0975. Can we do a temperature check here on the Davis Honda text line?
I like it.
Voice memo 610-632-0975. Now I don't know. It was really deflating. Maybe not yesterday, but today. Because yesterday we were talking about it felt like a moral victory. Mm-hmm. But now you think about it, it's like, all right, the Knicks actually didn't have a good game. They didn't shoot well. Brunson didn't shoot well, and you pretty much should have won that game. That was the game you needed to win that game. Now they got to come home and win this game, or the series is done. And you don't know if Embiid's going to be back to do it.
You don't. And I know, like, the Knicks didn't play their best game, but I really don't think that that's going to happen tonight either. I just think playing on the road here in Philly against a team that's hungry, hopefully a fan. What are we to believe with the fans? Because there's so many people in the national media saying that, like, literally half the stadium is going to be filled with Knicks fans.
It's going to sound like it. So everybody buckle up when everybody's saying that, Sixers fans, Craig Carton will be talking about how we don't go to the games and just making stuff up, right? Because it's going to sound like that unless you come out early and you don't allow them to get loud, because they will be loud, just like we would be loud too.
Damn right.
If we went up there and could get tickets. So,
do we have an influencer in the wild over here, or is it Ashley Sullivan? Is that Ashley Sullivan from NBC Sports?
I don't know.
It is right here.
Is it really?
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh,
either an influencer in the wild because you're shopping, or NBC Sports shooting a segment.
So Ray, earlier Sean was walking around and he came back and he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "There's this like famous golf influencer over there," and I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." And he was telling me kind of her resume, the stuff that she does. So like it's not my world, but yeah, like she's a big star. There you go.
Why you bring Sean? Sean recognizes everyone. Sean Mannion. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of Sean's wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's what I do. You bring me out into the wild.
People.
Now, how do you influence? No, so she does stuff. Did she do stuff with Harry and Jeff?
Correct. Yeah, she's on Swinging and Ding It.
On Swinging and Ding It, yeah.
She's really good at what she does. She's got a great little niche with golf, and she's a heck of a golfer too. You should see her swing, and that's what it comes. That's how I judge. All love and respect. Yeah, I get it.
You look at the swing.
We want to see you look good. I get it. You look good in the apparel. If you can swing a golf club, you got my attention.
Are you trying to be an influencer for guys like you, middle age?
My influence,
beer drinking,
my influence days. We're still, yeah, exactly. Like I got to know who I'm speaking to.
Yeah,
all
those
right?
guys. Our audience.
I could still connect to the Utes.
All right.
I could still connect to the younger generation. But at the end of the day, it's a young man's game. The content creating world is a young man's and women's game. So you got to roll with the punches, John, as they say.
All right. Well, Sixers, Phillies. Do we have a Painter problem in Philadelphia, Sean? See what I did there? Andrew Painter was dreadful last night. Do we have a problem? Do you send him down? We'll take a look at last night's loss. That's coming up next. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic. Don't go anywhere.
Middays with Marks, with John Marks and Ray Dunn. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
We'll go and we'll look back tomorrow, probably about some delivery stuff and where the misses are coming from specifically. But I think it's just, being able to move the fastball around. I think I'm throwing pretty predictable pitches, and they're obviously seeing it well.
Well, that's Andrew Painter. After the game, we're back. We're live at the PGA Championship merchandise store at Aronimink Golf Club in Newtown Square. We're broadcasting until 2 o'clock, but they are open until 6 o'clock tonight, and then again tomorrow and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pick up your official PGA Championship merch early. So, Sean, it's free parking.
Ooh.
And you can get your photo taken with the Wanamaker trophy. You get in for free or whatever. And if you try to come next week, good luck. It was already starting to get chaotic out there with, you had streets that are getting blocked off and things like that. So, if it has a big time feel to what's going to happen here in the next week.
Yeah, and as I was looking around at some of the items, we'll talk and have some fun a little bit later because I have a list of the Philly-centric items. I want to get your rankings on how you would rank them, but I noticed they have the 1776 head cover. I was wondering where the 1886 head cover was, though. That's for you. That's what your merch store is going to have. Because you know that year 1876, right? Pretty special. Wow.
Big
when
one.
it comes to American.
I mean, in the world of
ketchup.
In the world of brain farts, that's up there. That is.
But you know what? Ketchup may be more important in my life than
freedom.
Seriously, we wouldn't be free by now if they didn't do that. Please, ketchup. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have ketchup.
They didn't have the courage to squeeze those tomatoes.
I went to this restaurant in Myrtle Beach before we got on the airport or the airplane. Just a real quick spot, and the ketchup that they had, it was generic. Isn't even the word. I was like,
bad.
Was it like a kid's play set? Is that where you're getting this ketchup bottle from? It was hysterical. I almost took a picture of it. You got to have real ketchup. Come on.
By the way, you have to have real ketchup. If you have a restaurant and you don't serve Heinz ketchup, then I'm not going back.
You're getting judged. You might not go back.
Seriously.
In the world of John Taffer, you only have so many times to get that repeat customer. There's mold in the ice bin.
By the way, Sean, each hour we're giving away a $250 gift card to the merch store. You can use it today. You don't have to come back next year. No, you can use it today.
Oh, yeah.
So you sink a putt, and then at the end of every hour, we'll pick from the people that nailed the putt. We're set up by the kids in T-shirts entrance as you walk.
By the Maui Gym sunglass stand.
Yes. There you go. All right. So do we have an Andrew Painter problem? Sean Brace, Ray Dunn? Is this just a rookie that's struggling a little bit right now, or?
I think you'd be denying yourself if you don't think he's having some issues.
So what's the issue?
Well,
I mean, outside of he's getting smashed and he's walking guys and he doesn't have any command.
Other than that, the play was awesome. Yeah, exactly. Well, the issue that I would say yesterday more so, and it's the totality of everything, as you could look at his ERA, his numbers, they're all there. There are some metrics that are positive. I get it. And then if you go to what he struggled with last year as far as the long ball is concerned, and look what took place yesterday. Yesterday, it felt like he was, hitting the corner of the zone and having some good giddy up on the fastball, but yet the batters knew it was coming. So either they're reading pitches or your secondary pitches aren't that effective that the batters have to wait. They're jumping on that fastball. Dude, you don't hit a ball up into the ghost energy deck by not barreling it. That was crazy. I sat down, and next thing you know, it was 4-0. It was bang, bang.
Yeah, I mean, on
long drives.
On the one home run, it was he threw an 0-2 fastball right down the middle, and I think he threw the same pitch the pitch before. So, I mean, is this JT that I don't know if Painter's shaking him off. Is JT just trying to they're not going to expect an 0-2 fastball, so we'll throw it in the exact same place? Man, he threw it in the wrong place, that's for sure.
Yes, he did.
He got smoked. It wasn't just it's just not the runs and everything else and the lack of command and the leadoff walks. It's also they are barreling him up. He's getting hit hard.
Yes.
So I guess the question now, I want to ask Ray about this. Do you give him another start? Do you send him down? Because remember our horrible predictions that we made before the start of the season? What I'd said about Andrew Painter was I don't really care what his ERA is, because if he stays up with the big club all year, that means that it was good enough that they didn't have to send him down, etc. Well, now we're already talking about sending him down. It's the 8th of May. So I don't know what you do, man. I want to give him another start, but I don't want to see him get hit like that in another start, and it feels like he's going to get hit like that in another start.
Yeah, the issue right now is his fastball. I mean, when you don't have command and you're forced to throw a fastball right now that just is not deceiving anyone, you're in trouble. We would all agree that right now we have not loved the start to Aaron Nola's season, right? We all not a big fan of the way Nola's season started.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not all that surprised.
Yeah, but
could I combine the WBC in it, or just we take it? Okay,
no.
all right.
Italian Aaron doesn't count. Just strictly American Aaron. We're not thrilled with the way it started. The 92-mile-per-hour fastball for Aaron Nola is generating a whiff rate of 18%, meaning 18% of his fastballs are swung and missed at. Right now, that same number for Andrew Painter is 8.7%. They're not missing his fastball. Why? Because there's no deception to it and also no deception of when it's coming. It's very predictable, and it's straight as an arrow. Might be going 96, 97, but it's right there. Yeah. And that's the biggest problem for him right now. He can't hide that fastball. It's a concerning pitch, and they're hitting it. I think it's like a 373 average against it right now. I mean, you watched that first inning. It was like, ooh, that was lucky to go foul. Let's go get another one at him. Oh, no, that one's over the park, out of the park. It's tough to watch. So you're going to have to give him another start because I don't know where you go organizationally if you make that decision, and it's a pretty big organizational decision to send down one of your top prospects after just a month. But it's not pretty. And like you said, do you anticipate it getting prettier?
Yeah, I just don't want him to hit like that again. And now he's got an 8 ERA, and then people are saying he's a bust. Because you're already hearing it. You heard it after last start. You're hearing it tonight. And after last start, I was like, leave him alone, right? No, man, it's as bad as it looks. And the problem is, because remember, he got hit around last year in AAA in the same fashion, which was his fastball it's a four-seam fastball. It's flat. Yeah, great. He's throwing at 96. That's terrible. These guys are going to kill you. So what they worked on him with was changing the arm angle and worrying less about velocity, but giving it more life to it. Right? Like, when does Aaron Nola suck? When he can't command his fastball. He only throws 92. Painter throws a little bit harder, but he didn't throw that hard. He's not throwing 101. There's a difference. So, I mean, I don't know if I can put him back out there for another start.
Let me ask you, so who slides into the starting rotation then if you send him down? How does that work for you?
Who was it, Ray? What's his, Rangel?
Rangel time?
Yeah, he probably projects unless they have somebody else in mind that would come up for a spot start. I mean, nothing that's necessarily good.
Understood. Now, as far as the psyche of a young pitcher like that, putting him back into the minors, that's something that you have to take into the equation here. And
Ray, did he slightly his hamstring injured a little bit? Maybe a short IL stint.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. That ankle was a little sore. Maybe the hips bother him a little bit.
Seriously,
I don't know.
He needs a breather. Is what he needs from at least pitching in the majors. I don't want to send him down to what Sean says.
At least the good thing that came out of psyche-wise from last night was the fact I think they said Mattingly was like, yeah, you could come out of the game, and he was like, no, I want to battle through this. I mean, I didn't enjoy watching him battle through the entire thing, but he did that. That's good to hear in terms of the mental makeup there. If we're talking about how he'd respond to going down to the minor leagues, I think they're going to want to see this through, though, because it's a pretty big ask, I guess, organizationally. Be like, yeah, our top prospect saw a month of this, and we're sending him down.
Yeah. There was a Phillies Nation article, Bailey Digh. I don't want to mispronounce his last name. Before Painter's start yesterday.
Is it Die?
Okay, we'll go with that. And it's a good article because he goes into some good analytics, some metrics. I thought it was a good post. Obviously, I don't get caught up with the headline, but the headline was before the start, and it said why Andrew Painter's high ERA isn't that concerning. Yes, a little bit concerning after that start yesterday. You have to be honest with yourself. We have to be real, but that comes back to the expectation. I heard John Kincaid talking about this a few times, right? It comes to the expectations of what did you have on Painter coming in as a fifth starter. Of course, we want to see him take that next step, but the realistic expectations.
So, was John saying that? Was he saying that the expectations weren't fair or weren't realistic?
He was more along the lines of be careful why we're putting all this expectations on him.
You're talking about a fifth starter. You're talking about, hey, just don't get sent to the minors. You're so bad. If his ERA is 5, it doesn't matter. It means he's at least giving you enough innings that you're keeping him, and maybe he gets shelled in one start and he responds back and he does really well in the next start. I'm not worried about that. He's got to be able to be the fifth starter, and right now he can't be the fifth starter. And that's not too much of an expectation. You're talking about a guy, he's not 20 years old. He had the injury. He had a full year at AAA last year. That is the expectation. And it's that he comes up and he actually pitches brilliantly out of that fifth starting spot. And by the time that the playoffs are starting, you're looking at him as a real weapon. Nobody feels like that right now. His stuff doesn't look good enough to do that. I don't know what the hell you got to do, but this ain't it.
No, it's not. And, the A's have some talented young players, but they're not all the best, that's for sure.
All right, we have some Sixers-Knicks calls and texts. we can continue the Phillies conversation as well. And Mike Vrabel and A.J. Brown, is it going to screw the Eagles out of making a trade? I don't think so. We'll talk about that at some point as well. We are live from the merch shop at PGA Championship. Don't go anywhere.
Middays with Marks, with John Marks and Ray Dunn. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All right, we're back. It is Middays with Marks, John Marks, and Sean Brace. We are live at the PGA Championship merch store at Aronimink. And Ray is back in the studio. Does it work at the big merch store, Yacht Rock?
Does it work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sounds great.
Do these look like yacht rockers? There's a lot of people that are right here in our section.
Yeah.
Looking at sorted items.
The accessory items.
So what's in front of us here? We have some golf balls.
Yes, golf balls, the towels, the head covers, the flags, which is cool for the collectibles. I bought a mug, I bought a pint.
There's
glass.
Yetis over there.
Yeah, you get your Yetis. Those are good to have. Dude, I mean, the bottom line is this, and I mean this sincerely. It's going to be straight chaos all next week. So if you are planning on coming, you might not want to come, but ultimately you're going to do yourself a favor by coming here and knocking out your purchases here. So this way you don't have to drag them around the course. You handle all that. Oh, by the way, when you do come next week, John, you can rock your official gear, right?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Got the hat right here.
And I don't have to worry about getting it.
There you go.
Because normally what I would do is go into the bathroom and put the new shirt on.
There it is. That's
and then
the
you
move.
just I would wear a Phillies shirt in.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that.
Are we still in on the Phillies after Andrew Painter last night?
Still in, still got to
Right.
believe. And one of the hottest teams in baseball. All the national media. I'm watching MLB Network. My guy D-Ro.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
He's loving what Philly Don is doing right
Misread the calculations.
now. My guy D-Ro.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I think the Phillies are fine. They're just their starting pitching's good and their offense has woke up a little bit. Right? They need it. Their starting pitching was terrible. Luzardo was brutal.
Yep.
Nola was getting crushed. Wheeler wasn't there. Taijuan Walker got released because of that period. So now they have starting pitching. They can win games 1-0. Keller was supposed to be better than this, wasn't he?
Yes.
Remember, I was told, best bull, and I was one of the guys saying it, best bullpen in baseball, because that's what people told me.
A lot of people. I'll never forget
I blame them.
that himbo hit with Mike Gill from a couple of months ago. I was listening to the Fanatic on the weekend, and himbo had me believing that this was the greatest bullpen in MLB history. I mean that sincerely.
So it's you, because I didn't know if I believed it, but you started touting it. Ray, Sean started the trend because of hembo. I thought there was something behind it.
I always said himbo said it first, though. Okay,
Oh,
I always
right.
gave him the credit.
Confused.
Put the bullseye in his back.
Damn it, we thought that we had a good bullpen because of hembo, and it's not true. I don't know. Even Duran, it's like Duran came in the other night. Not the same kind of juice when he comes in and then he walks a couple of guys and he's been on the IL.
That entrance is great, though.
No, I know, but you need big games, big saves. I don't know, man. He's kind of come back down the earth a little bit.
Agreed.
He's still bona fide closer. Still. I don't know how much of a strength it is now. He's got to get it going again, man. He just does. All right, tonight's the game. Anthony in Harleysville has something to say about the Sixers and the Knicks tonight. What's up, Ant?
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up? How are you?
Yeah, listen, so let me just start off by saying that as much as I'd sit here and love to talk golf, as much as I'd sit here and love to talk Diana Rossini or Andrew Painter and the Phillies, I got one thing on my mind, and it's 7 o'clock tonight in South Philly.
Get
Let me
some.
put it that way. If there's one team in all of NBA history who has more delusional fans than us, bum franchise, chokers in the playoffs, lose hope, it's the New York Knickerbockers. And guess what? That's what's keeping us in it tonight. We got them right where we want them. You know what it is? Coming back home to Philly. This series don't start until after Game 3. We have a better chance of winning 4 straight than we do losing tonight. Let me get it straight. Embiid off 4 days rest, Anunoby with a hammy off the bone, and Josh Hart ripped his thumb off, and you're telling me we're going to lose tonight? The first game all playoffs where we've been favored? Nah. This series is 2-2, heading back to New York, this time with momentum, too.
Give him the hockey horn. Give him something. I need an Eagle chant or something at the end of that. There it is. song.
Wait, I am at the song.
Come on, Anthony. All right, there you go. Anthony and Harley song. That's what we need. And I'm going to be honest with you, Ray. It's difficult to have that. It's difficult to have that kind of like to come into here in the golf merch store and scream and yell like a lunatic.
That's all right.
But I just did.
Yeah, it's what they want.
I know.
You did scare my man. He was putting.
I saw him.
He was about to make that putt too. Going to cost him $250.
I saw.
Stop by the
Sorry.
booth. That's right. He's draining him. He's draining him.
We have gift cards, Sean Brace.
That's right.
$250. Hit the putt, and then you could win.
I love that energy, though. You're right. Anthony is on it. It is a game day. Look, our winter sports teams are struggling right now, but we are still playing. We still got life, and the Sixers are in a little bit better situation than being down 0-3. I don't know if we got them right where we want. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, Sixers playoff history down game 2-0 as far as series is concerned, 0-15. Why not us? Why not us?
They look what they did with the Celtics, man.
That's right. That's right.
So I heard you. Was Mitchell Robinson really? Was he? It was an illness. That's what it was.
That's what they said. It was very late. They said illness. Some people did guess whether it could be they wanted to hide him from the Hacker Robinson deal.
Yeah, no. Instead of not putting him in, you just don't let him. Because they don't really need no Embiid.
Correct. The size.
Yeah, they don't need him out there. I think that's what it was more than anything. Yeah, because he can't hit a free throw, so they put him out there. Be curious to see if that happens tonight. If they do the same thing.
Hey, look, it was a 6-point game. It was pretty close. If you have that option to Hacker Robinson in game 2, maybe things are a little bit different. Just guessing. That's all.
Is Embiid playing? Damn it! It's almost like I can't say anything else about this game without knowing Embiid. If Embiid plays, I'm so pumped up. If he doesn't, I'm nervous, man.
It's deflating. It's deflating because here we are, and you're talking about. Remember the bet that they had in the morning show. Where it was like, will he miss one game? All right, now there's a chance he's going to miss 2 games. They only play. It's a best of 7, and this look. And I hope people remember this feeling. As much as we love JoJo, build him a statue. If he's not able to play in a 7-game series come playoff time, come on, it's time to let him go. But that's a conversation for the offseason.
It sure is. Oh man. All right, Ray, when will we typically find out? Well, we know when we find out Embiid is out. That's at 1 o'clock. Will they do game time decision, or do they just rule him out, or is he playing?
I have a strong feeling that everybody's going to cancel drinks before the game and be down there to watch warm-ups. I'm going to be pissed. My friends are going to be like, no. Actually, that plan, we had to get drinks. No, it's over. We got to go make sure that he's warming up and playing tonight. So I would imagine, 6:15, I think he hit the warm-ups ahead of that game that he played against the Celtics at Game 4. So like somewhere around 6 o'clock. Yeah, well, we're going to go all the way down to the end on this. This is going to be annoying.
Not a 1 o'clock breaking news sounder from Ray?
It's only bad news in the 1 o'clock hour. Have we ever gotten a good news dump in the 1 o'clock hour? We've had 3 Embiid injury notifications. We got the Bo Bichette news in the 1 o'clock hour. Anytime I hit the breaking news sounder in the 1 o'clock hour, it's bad.
Yeah, it has been.
Well, we have somebody working on the inside. We'll keep you plugged in on that.
Yep.
And he's connected, so we'll see what happens.
Window cleaner for Daryl Morey's office.
That's exactly it. Just don't break the bobblehead.
Sometimes Daryl has conversations and you can find some stuff out. All right. We have the news at noon with Ray coming up next. We're live at the PGA merch store, PGA Championship merch store at Rodman Golf Club in Newtown Square. Be here till 2 o'clock today. The store is open until 6. So open until 6 Friday. Tomorrow, 9 to 6. Sunday, 9 to 6. Get all your merchandise. We can't accurately describe how big this place is and how unbelievable it is. When one item is, touched, there's a swarm of people that come up and then, reset it. Or if something's taken off the shelf, there's immediate merchandise.
Yep.
They pull, you know what I mean? They rotate it. Place is unbelievable. It's like a machine. So get in here and say hi to us. We'll come back with the news at noon featuring March Madness, J.J. Redick, and Dan Hurley. This is a good one. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere.